Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Saturday, November 15th, 2025, and I'm here to do a general collective reading. It's a timeless read. You're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Remember, this is a general collective reading, so it's not a personal reading. Only take what applies and toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit if it doesn't. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful for all your love and your support. I did a reading earlier. I can't really remember what it's about. That does happen often, by the way, when I give a reading and I forget what it's all about, but it's uploading right now, so I'll be posting that shortly. Hopefully this one will be a good read. Hopefully you've had a great weekend, having a great day. It's raining here. I just came in from outside. I had a happy encounter with a golden retriever. Jumped up all over me. Little puppy. It was fun. It was fun. I want a puppy. I'm thinking about it. I have to be smart about it, though, okay? Because I have a small place. I can't have a small puppy. They get too yappy. Although I love them, but, you know, neighbors. It can't be too big because it is a small place. But it'll get me outside more often, more active, I would imagine. But they are expensive, right? I have a vet's just down the road, so that's neither here nor there. It's a 24-hour animal hospital too, so that's a bonus. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. What do you guys think? It's great company. I used to be a cat person. I still am. Okay, I might just get a cat instead. But I'm just thinking, puppies are so. Ugh. You know, that thing is their lifespans are shorter than ours. You know what I mean, right? But they bring us so much joy, don't they? Anyhow, if it's meant to be, God will find a way to bring it to me. Thank you for being here. Like I said, I love you guys. Spirit guides, where are we going with this for the collective at this hour? What's the message for the collective, please? Triumph and success. Well, that just popped right out. One, that's magician. You could be manifesting some success here. Some truth, some clarity, a new beginning. A breakthrough in whatever you're doing in life, right? This is co-creating with the divine. You have all the tools you need. For me, I'm picking up somebody speaking some sort of truth, whether it's you or someone else. Bringing clarity to a situation. That's the overarching energy. Bottom of the deck's the underlying energy. Somebody didn't want things to change. They're resisting change. Maybe somebody said somebody was unalived and they're quite alive. I don't know. Maybe you got a grim prognosis, medically speaking, and that's going to turn around. You overcame some sort of illness. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. But this is a permanent, profound ending for someone. Material and spiritual prosperity is in the shitter right now. It's a false contract. You're parting ways with somebody that's very karmic. Whatever, if it's a situation or a person or a contract, it was meant for a short time, not a long time. It was all one-sided deal stacked against you. It's time to bow out. It's meant to teach you a lesson, and then, you know, you elevate and move on. Or to teach somebody else a lesson. Yeah, somebody was deceptive. They were envious. The mask is off. This is not going anywhere. They don't want to take accountability. Could have gotten into a car accident, got their car repoed, can't make payments. I don't know. Victory and success. Congratulations. This is twice now. You used your higher wisdom and you've ascended. You made some right decisions here, or this is a contract or decision, like I said, or you're going towards a higher level soulmate connection. This just reminds me of the Fool card. You took a leap of faith, or you relied on faith. And this could be also innocence, but this is starting over, taking a leap of faith. Where you're going, whatever this is ending. It can't come along with you, whether it's a person, a situation, a lifestyle. You're leaving it behind. You're not taking much with you. Congratulations. You found your truth. You found out who you truly are. You found what you truly belong doing, or you found something that was not rightfully, yeah, someone's a bad influence. There we go. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. You're going to have to cut that bull crap out. Uncovered truth. Uncovered evidence will change your view on things. So, I don't know, you could have found something in the trash, or somebody else found something in the trash. Something was found that someone didn't think you would be able to find, or you'd find out. Yes, a shocking discovery. This runs deep. Somebody didn't think that you would see it, right? The lights are off. Once that light turns on, you see the bottom. You see the whole bottom, right? Bottom. Someone's bottoming out. Ulterior motives. Someone may be getting close to you with hidden intentions, and gossip is spreading now. Rumors are spreading quickly about what this could be: love, friendship, business, or family. Somebody could have been for money, for comfort, for something, talking shit about you, whether it's love, family, friend, and or business, thinking that they could get something out of it. I don't know. Some people are just rude. Stay away, I just heard. Stay away. So either this is Spirit telling you to stay away from them, or if they're listening, stay away from whomever this is. Obviously from you, right? They're not welcome. So this is victory and success. Wow. New beginnings. Congratulations. Oh, boy. Try again. Somebody's going to try something again. New direction. Start over. So you're going to be starting over. Somebody could have been guiding another in a wrong direction. Expecting to tag along with them, whether it's for money or comfort or a relationship. And this person just is not, it's the end of the road here. Yeah, you need to nourish yourself. You are nourishing somebody else. Self-growth, self-focus, and soul-finding. You're doing some soul-finding for sure. You're finding out who you are. You got to take care of you. You could have been sick and you overcame some sort of illness. Congratulations. Now you got to take care of you. Whoever's in your energy could have been really stressing you out, making things more difficult on you if you are sick. Or making you sick, out and out, right? Open heart. You kept your heart open. That's important. Receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. They left you in a vulnerable state, possibly, or they tried to make you feel vulnerable so they could have the upper hand. I just heard. You have a lot of empathy for others, and they think that's weakness. Just because you don't like to see other people suffer, because you know what it's like to suffer. They thought they'd take advantage of you, and they're getting some karma now. Consequences, cause and effect, and debt. So somebody could have racked up some debts for you or someone else, and they cursed you. They're cursed, okay? Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Now remember, this could be spell work. Somebody got sick off of it, or they tried to make you sick. Maybe you were ill for a while. You're recovering. Congratulations. They want to come back into your life. Maybe there's been a break, and they're gonna try to give you flowers right now. They're coming off like they're smelling like a rose, but they're behind it. Even if it's not witchcraft, they could have been spreading gossip, and that rumors and gossip, that's spell work. Okay, right then and there. It's a negative mind. They want a second chance with you to reconcile, make an amends, and not because they're an opportunist. They want an opportunity from you. You're at your breaking point. Limit, final straw, overwhelmed. You're at your breaking point. So if they come back around again, you're just going to have to tell them the truth. Cut them out. Bye. You were the cause of whatever. You're making me sicker. There's no way I'm going back. But I don't know who this is. It's a bad influence. This could be a family friend influencing other family members. It could be anything. It could be even what you call a professional leading somebody astray, money-wise, business-wise, whatever this is, okay? Archangel Michael's protecting you. Protection, prevent it from harm, divine intervention. He's been around a lot lately. You could be a mother, or this is concerning a mother, because I'm looking at the rose. That always reminds me of Mother Mary. Your name could be Mary. I don't know. You put up some boundaries, keep them up, okay? They're disrespectful. Enough is enough, and defend yourself. Could be a child, an adult child, and they took the piss. They have bad influences around them, telling them what to do. Get some money from mom or pop. Huh? Get some money from the business if it's a family-owned business. You don't have to do anything. Just tell them go fuck off. They're just old anyways. Yeah. Somebody's drowning here. Or they left you to drown over your head, overextended rock bottom. It could be a partner that overextended themselves financially and you're stuck with these bills. That's why it's very important to make sure you just don't get into any relationships or jump into marriage willy-nilly. I did in the past. That's why I can speak about it. Make sure your partner is not in debt. Make sure there's no liens on any property, on any vehicles or boats. Make sure if there is debt, you both have debt, Make sure that you discuss it. It's all out on the table. You see what each other owes. You can maybe consolidate it all under one payment. There's ways, okay? I took my second husband, to the bank because I didn't realize he was in debt. He had many credit cards maxed out. There was a lien on the boat. We couldn't sell the boat just to pay back the debt. And he wasn't paying for anything in the marriage. He wasn't paying rent, nothing. He wasn't paying for food, nothing, because his whole paycheck went to these debts. And whatever was left over was for his getting high. You know what I'm saying? And I really couldn't stand him getting high because I don't do that stuff. So it was a very contentious decision. I looked at him, I was fed up. I was drowning in debt, and he didn't give a shit. I was not in debt when I met him. Okay, let's make that obvious, make it clear. The bank said we can't consolidate these loans because he had a damn good interest rate because he had an insider at the bank that pulled that off for him. So he didn't want to give up his own because that way the interest would climb, right? And so I was fucked. I was married to the guy, and I went, it's over now. It is over. You keep your debts, I keep mine. He ran up my debts. So now that's why I'm picking up here. Puzzled. Okay, confused, perplexed, conflicted. So you're feeling conflicted. Somebody was wearing a mask. Hiding, concealing, deception. Shattered. Broken, nightmares, and failure. Everything's falling to pieces. And because you're dealing with a narc, okay, and you have to cut ties. Maybe that's why you're feeling conflicted. It could be a family member, it could be a love, a relationship, it could be a best friend, it could be business. This is a narc, male or female, egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. Their egos are fragile, okay? Meaning that on the outside, they look like they're this, that, and the other thing. They're really, really scared inside. And they don't want the world to know, so they hurt other people before they get hurt, that kind of shit. It runs deep. It's very psychologically, I don't get it, but it is what it is. They have no emotions. Typically, it's somebody that was raised by an over-domineering mother. That's what they say. I hate the fact that they blame the mothers sometimes as fathers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody never had to answer for their slights, never had to say sorry. They never will. So you're very feeling conflicted about cutting ties with this person or this situation. Freedom, standing up and awaken. It's time to move on, okay? I feel bad for you. I know what you're going through, okay? You're not alone. A lot of us have gone through this. If it's a partner, and I'm really feeling it is, because underneath that, there's a third-party situation. Secret sex fix, you know. Dirty little secret. So it could be on the down low. Probably not. But they're playing around. So it sounds like it's a relationship. And I've been there, okay? You're not alone. You will survive this. You will be much better at the end of the day. You just need to go through the motions, right? The emotions. It's heartbreaking. Yes, it is. You feel foolish, but why didn't I see it before? Listen, it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. It's because you're not an evil person. You don't go there. You don't think that way. Do you understand? That doesn't mean that you're stupid. No. It means that you're loving and you're kind and you're sweet. But they mistook that kindness for weakness. You're nothing. You're not weak. They are weak. Do you understand? That's why they're a narc. The devil incarnate, I just heard. Very toxic, okay? Bound to a contract. They're trying to bind you to them. They have addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. Most narcs do. They can't be alone ever. They don't want to be alone in a quiet room with themselves. They wish fulfillment. They want to be seen as well. Wish fulfillment is to sacrifice you. Yeah, to keep you waiting, to keep you paying. Damn. You need to heal. Okay, you need to heal. Heart, mind, body, spirit, soul, whatever you need to heal. You need a new beginning. You're taking a leap of faith, okay? I'm really picking up that you're right on the verge, on the edge of leaving or kicking them out. You have to be careful with the narc. Once you rip that mask off, they can potentially get dangerous. Not always, but sometimes. Be careful. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. Narcissism runs deep. There's different types of narcissism, I guess. in different degrees. It depends on where on the spectrum they are. And I say a spectrum because it's like autism. There's no two narcs the same. I mean, they do have similar methods of operating, but you know what I'm saying, right? I just recently learned what narcissism is. I've heard the word before, but up until like 6 years ago, I really didn't know what it was. Didn't look into it. I should have. Apparently I've been surrounded by them. But if you're an empathic person, a very kind, nurturing, sweet person, male or female, they tend to come around. Okay? That's, look at that one. Look at that. They see sucker. They think you're a sucker. No, you're not. Because it's usually an empath that's going to fucking clip their wings. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Spirit. Empress. This could be a husband, a father, a boss or a leader. It could be divine masculine. This could be you, male or female. This is a go-getter, okay? It could be a father, obviously, but this is a go-getting type of person. They take action. They have wisdom. They're established. They have authority and power behind them, and they're guarding their throne. Why am I picking up a grandfather? This could be your grandfather on the other side protecting you. Somebody out there had a really good relationship with their grandfather or father. I don't know. So it could be a military man. I'm looking at the armor on him. High honor, maybe. Somebody's protecting you, or that could be you. Where are we going with this? Yeah, you're healing your heart here, okay? Somebody was very emotionally, mentally, verbally, psychologically abusive, and that's what they are, okay? These narcs, they go around talking shit about you. There's a lot of shit talking, okay? And it's going everywhere. Something's getting around really quickly here. Fast communication, fast action, and or travel. Something's taken off right now. You're healing your heart. No, there's a lot of abuse. You got a lot of burdens here. Somebody's worried about some sort of communication or how quickly something's gonna happen here. Once you speak your truth, whatever this is, or maybe you're healing your heart really quickly. Maybe hey, I've been there. 1 minute I'm in love with that person, and then the next minute, the next day, let's say, it's like it's totally different. It's like, yeah, I want you out of my home. Because you realize the truths, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm picking up. Somebody's really stressed about this communication, about how quickly things have turned around. They put you through a lot of stress. Yeah, this was unfair, unbalanced, or there could have been some sort of crime that was committed. Somebody lied. Somebody's immature. Page of Wands. Okay, this is somebody that, if they know that you have a broken toe, they're going to step on your foot on purpose and stay there. Really petty and cruel. This is somebody that doesn't want you to take action. They don't take any action in their own lives, but they bitch and complain and whine, and they expect other people to take some sort of action on their behalf. This is somebody they feel entitled. They're a liar. There's no more communication here. You can't speak to this person anymore. They did something that was so wrong. They threw rocks and hid hands. This is a complete liar. This is not your wish fulfillment. You could be sick at this moment. They're never there to help you. They're there to... It almost feels like they want you to... Maybe if you were sick, it almost feels like they were kind of hastening it, trying to make it worse to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? This is not your wish fulfillment. Somebody's feeling ashamed of themselves. Yeah, you're going to take a leap of faith here. You want a new beginning. Somebody's played you for a fool, playing you in your face. I'm really picking up someone like a brat. You're going to take a leap of faith, and it's going to be the end of this. Lessons learned. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Somebody's got to move, you or them. You're going to have to take some action here. There's new beginnings. You're going to have to take some action. Somebody's playing around, okay? Somebody's playing around. They could be online looking for prospects, if you know what I'm saying. Somebody's a fool. They've been warned. They've been cautioned. Now you're going to take some sort of action. You're protecting yourself. Protecting yourself. I'm sorry that you're going through that, and I can relate. I just want to give you a hug. You know, you're ill, maybe not working, unable to work. Maybe you're still working under these circumstances. I don't know, but they're making you sicker. They want to. They don't give a shit. He's going to have to be sat down here. Yeah. You have no choice. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to pull the plug. I just heard. They can't pull the wool over your eyes any longer. The writing's on the wall. All that glitters isn't gold. I'm running out of options here. You got to make this decision. You got to pull the plug, okay? Yeah. You're not going to stay. You've been stagnant. You've been stagnant in this relationship. You know that the minute you pull the plug or take your energy away, they're going to get some karma. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're sick. I don't know. But maybe that's why you're having a hard time with this. Oh, you don't want the repercussions after you make a decision. Listen, you made a lot of sacrifices. Empress in reverse. You made it could be a partner. It could be a child, an adult child. It could be a friend. It could be business. It could be anybody. But you don't want the repercussions. You don't want things to fall back onto you. Now she's in the upright. You made a lot of sacrifices. They treated you like shit. Now, guess what? You're taking back your power. You gave them a lot of love. You were stagnant here. Yeah, you're letting it go. I can't make this up. Five of Swords. They got caught. And they're not getting away with what they've done because you're going to let them go. It's all mental. A lot of mental stress here, okay? You're letting it go. Bye. There's no point in sticking around. No point in listening to them anymore. They're just going to fucking lie some more. Maybe you've never realized it. You're just realizing like I did. Oh, shit. This person's a narcissist. They're abusive. They don't give a shit. They lie continuously. They sleep around. Yeah. Yeah. They left you at home alone. They rejected you. They wanted quantity over quality. Yeah. They just wanted a long-term... You're in a long-term relationship with this person, or you have a family with this person. This was ideal for this person. Well, they leave you at home alone. They got money. They got everything. This is a glutton, okay? Very satisfactory. This get up, this setup for them. It's a Ten of Pentacles. It's coming to an end, okay? Something to do with a grandfather or a father figure. Watching out for you. I really am picking that up. Loyal. You expected loyalty in this family. You might have a family with this person. I don't know. But everybody, whoever this is showing off with 9 cups here. Look what I got. And it's not even theirs. If you have money or any kind of possessions, they're showing off, claiming it as theirs. I was picking that up yesterday or the day before. It's like that I had a relationship, a couple of relationships like this, where whatever is yours, you get into a relationship with this person, all of a sudden they appropriate it. It's theirs. So whatever you came into the relationship with, you're losing half of what you own because they take what they want. Well, that's mine. No, you're not leaving. You're not leaving with that, are you? You're not. You mean I like that? You're not going to give it to me? You're not going to let me have it? Fuck off. So you have your wish fulfillment here. You're coming into a large amount of money, maybe. The truth is out. Somebody was using you for money, for stability. They're quick to anger. You might have to call the cops on this person. Truth is coming out. Maybe you got into this relationship really, really, really quickly. Somebody's quick to anger. You're not happy. They're hiding and cloaking a lot. There's no truth or clarity. There's lack of trust because somebody flies off the handle. That's the truth. You might have to call the cops. Yeah, you might, or you already did. Maybe they got arrested. Maybe that's the decision. You're in your emotions. Okay, you got to let this go. Or you call the cops, had them arrested because they flew off the handle. You're in your emotions. They're in their emotions. Sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. That was my lasagna. Anyhow, you're upset. They're upset. You're going to have to let this love go. You have love for this person. I get it. But there's a self-love as well. You're realizing illumination. You don't trust this person. You're not happy with how things are going. This is going to be quick. A quick decision. A quick come to Jesus moment. You're realizing self-love comes first. You want peace. Peace and happiness. A happy family. You love your family. Maybe you have kids with them. Maybe you don't. But maybe you have kids from a different relationship. You got to take care of your family. Yeah. Because if you don't, it's going to be out in the cold. Out of lack and loss, okay? You got to save your ass. Save yourself. Save yourself. Leave them out in the cold. This is total ruin if you don't, okay? They promised you a happy family from From 1 to 10, you went through the gamut. It's over. Okay, that's 11 cups here. Very emotional. False promises, letting it go. You're not farting around with this anymore. Congratulations. Self-love. Self-respect, right? Self-awareness. It goes a long way. And then, you know, once you get to this point, you start seeing the different games that people play to get into relationships. I mean, I'm of an age, and you start seeing, in my case, I start seeing, because I'm a female, I start seeing the males, right? How they operate at my age or there and about the last so often, you know. You get to a certain age, let's put it that way. Now, these males don't want to change. They're looking for, I'm not saying all males are like this. So please don't take offense, men, please. But some men are looking for a maid, a mother, a wife, you know, to cook and clean for them because they're terrible on their own. They feel lost and lonely. They need, you know, a couple of pumps here and there, if you know what I'm saying, and then they're happy-go-lucky, but they're not emotionally or mentally engaged with you. They just need a warm body, and they're good. And they don't want to try. They don't want to help themselves. They don't want to get healthier. I notice some men, and women do it too, okay? I'm just saying because I'm looking at the opposite sex. That's because I'm hetero. You know, in the dating pool, there's not much to choose from nowadays. You know, it's all false and phony looks. You get to an age and they, you know, women do it too. I have to admit, you know, we put makeup on and stuff like that. We want to look younger, hotter. But at the end of the day, what matters, true love, is the feelings, right? It's connections. It's not what the looks. It's not what you own. Some people don't grow old gracefully. And it's embarrassing. Oh, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just talking about those who don't want to give up their youth, and they should. Okay? Everybody does. Be grateful that you're at this age. Not a lot of people. There's a lot of people that never got there. Do you understand? They didn't have that privilege. So grow old gracefully. Stop playing these fucking games. Put yourself first. What's best for you and your family. Sometimes dating, instead of moving right in, you know, is the best way. Oh, I'll see you next Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having ownership over somebody. That's what I'm picking up here. Somebody wanted everything. Well, they wanted their single life, but they wanted a maid. They wanted somebody to pay the bills, take care of them, wash their shorts, pay for the bills or help them pay the bills, but they wanted to go play. They wanted to be single yet again, and they were abusive. That's what it looks like. They didn't give a shit about you. They were making you sick, or they are sick, you know. Change my colostomy bag while I go out there and try to pick up some dates. No, I don't think so. Change it yourself. Sorry, that was yeah, they're showing off. So you wanted wish fulfillment. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. Yeah, somebody was out there showing off. Trying to attract others towards them. Even the horse is going, get the fuck off my back. You're a poser. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is somebody that's unfaithful. They were bragging or showing off in front of their friends. Don't want to pay. There's a lot of shit talking. There you go. Maybe they were doing magic. I don't know. The secrets are not coming out. They didn't want to be alone. That's what it is. They're non-committal. They don't want to be alone. They just wanted you sitting at home. They wanted a maid, a mother, whatever this is. Okay? They're not going, yeah, and they were giving and receiving with others, prioritizing others. They needed somebody to pay their way. They needed you to even out their lives, make everything smooth, go smooth. You were paying for everything, maybe. Yeah. They're mature and insincere. They're very childish. Okay, they're having a snit fit right now. You were very generous with them, and they didn't want to let go of you. Yeah, they didn't want to let go of the third parties and the parties. Okay, now they're shitting bricks. Because they stole money, or they have no money, no prospects. It's not their. Yeah, they can't pay for themselves. This is awareness. You probably called them out, and you probably said, smarten up, or I'm gone. They have to wake up. This is, yeah, look at this. This is your partner. You put a cap on that cup of love. I'm not paying anymore. Now they have a decision to make. They have to own up. They have to take accountability in their world. Now they want a second chance? I don't think so. I think you've made a decision to put a cap on that. On that cup. Unconditional love. They used you and they played you in your face. You probably knew. Like, I'm really getting the impression that you're going through something I went through. The last narc I was with, I knew exactly what they were doing. I knew exactly, I could predict what they were going to do or say. So it made it a lot easier at the end of the day to make sure that the egg stayed on their face. If you know what I'm saying. You're very intuitive. You knew they're going to have a hissy fit. That's what it is. They're immature. They're childish. You know what I mean? They're not sorry. They're going to promise you, I'm going to put the work in. I promise. They've done it before. Song and dance. They're not sorry. This is somebody that won't apologize for anything. Yeah, they're in their ego. They're in their ego. They're gaslighting you, playing mind games. And you're walking away. You have strength and courage enough to walk away. Or you did walk away. And now they want you to come back. You're cutting your losses, whatever this is. It is not for you. Yeah. You're leaving them out in the cold. Or they left you out in the cold. But they're going towards lack and loss and poverty. And they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Now they're fighting 5-5. It's big change, okay? They're in their ego. Ooh, you're deflating their ego. You took a pin and you popped it. And you're sleeping nicely here. They're thinking. They're thinking. You're at home wondering where they are. They're playing around. Okay? They want to put something to rest with you. They're praying. They're contemplating you'll come back as they're hitting it. They're broke here. They're out in the cold. They left you out in the cold. On the outside looking in. It was warm where you were. They want to come back in. I really pick up that this is self-preservation for you. Archangel Michael's protecting you as well. So, yeah, this is a one-sided. This is no harmony. Okay, this is a karmic soul tie. You figured that out. You took some time to think about it. Okay, logically, you know what you have to do, or you already did it. It's their way or the highway. It's bye. It's bye. Not invested any longer. You know they're not invested in you. They bore false witness. They don't want to pay. They're mature and sincere. Yeah, it's over. You need to heal. You need to balance out your life. You know the truth. You're going to be speaking the truth here. Congratulations. You're cutting them out. You don't trust them. You don't see eye to eye. It's a karmic soul tie. Okay, something to do with a home or a marriage. It's bye, bye, bye. They're on their own. You are on your own in this marriage anyway, so you might as well continue being on your own. Right? Yeah, this is somebody, it's a husband card. It could be you or it could be this. They were looking really flush here. Yeah, they're harvesting off of you. They're looking at the money. They want to come back over towards you. They like the hose though, or they're out like a hoe. You're moving on. They could be at a distance here. They want to come back. They underestimated you because you left. Spirit plugged you out of rough waters and they're bringing you into calm waters to heal. So you are sick or injured or something. Okay, you're going to a better place. You could be, maybe you were in a different country, or you're going to a different country, or you're going at a distance. Or this is transition. You're in a period of transition. Oh, I see. Thank you, Spirit. They stood to make money off of you should you have left this realm. Okay? Transitioning. They were counting how much longer till they go. They could have been trying to get you unalived. They're stuck in their head here. They're in debt. This was unfair. Or they have you stuck in your head. They're in debt. False contract, ending a third-party situation. Somebody's lazy and disrespectful. They can't build off of you. It is what it is. Yeah. It could be magic, but this is somebody that has a false face. It could be involved in corruption. Very deceptive, very illegal. I'm picking up there's some sort of this is a love bomber, a scammer. They don't want to work. Okay? Something didn't work. They don't want to work. So maybe you are sick. Oh, I'll be here, baby. I'll be here to take care of you. Don't you worry. And they're never around. They tried to hasten your end. And maybe you're getting some good news now that you're, now that they're no longer in your energy, you're doing much better. Put two and two together. Maybe they were putting something in your food. Or just the stress alone. I don't know. It's a tower. You have the advantage. Yeah, this is blocked. You're standing your ground. Okay. You see it for what it is. And you're protecting yourself, or the Archangel Michael is. Okay. They want to fight you. This is a marriage, or fighting for a home or a business, fighting in a family. You have the Four of Wands. You're stable and secure. You're innocent. Fighting with kids. They know you're innocent. They're having nostalgic memories. They're grieving and regretting, or maybe you're having memories here. You're blocking out the memories of the past. Again, somebody placed you last. Who's grieving and regretting. They're far from home. And remember, it doesn't have to be I'm picking up a relationship, but this could also go for family, friend, or business. Okay, so place it where it belongs. I'm just reading it in terms of relationships, but somebody doesn't have a home. Yeah, they wanted a life of luxury off your back. Now they got a lot of burdens on their backs because they're a player energy. They wanted to keep the player lifestyle, but they needed somebody to pay the bills. They're greedy and they're selfish. They want to hold on to you. They're holding on to your life. Doesn't belong to them. Probably using property, cars, whatever this is as their own, claiming it's their own. They did something too quickly, though. Got into this relationship too quickly because they needed money. They're watching you. Or they're being watched by this emperor. This could be you or someone else. This could be the same-sex relationship. You boss up, take back your power. They have no authority. So if there's anything like keys to a business, key cards I just heard. It could be a home business. It could be a bank. Any authority. They have no authority. This could be online. Somebody acting like they're the big boss here. Oh my God. So they're telling everybody they're watching over you. You're very sick and look how much I'm doing online. But they're not. They're bragging. This could be you. You bossed up. You found what you needed to find. They're online trying to date or hook up with others. What is this? Somebody with authority stepping on your behalf, maybe? Yeah, somebody's a lying sack of shit. You've gone ice cold. Somebody's discovered that this person's a lying sack of shit. You're moving on. Something to do with a car. They lied about a car or a trip. They got to let this go and give this. Yep, they let this go. They're mad. You took the car back. You are gone ice cold. You're pissed. I don't blame you. Yeah, they're hiding and cloaking a lot. Maybe they're hiding the car. It's time for a repo man to come and get the car. They can't be alone. They don't want to be alone. Yeah, it's a lie. It's a narcissist. What I tell you. They wanted you gone, or this is the end of this relationship. There could have been black magic. There could have been somebody jealous here. Look at this. There's a few people involved. Using smecks to get their way. Somebody's a poser, a player. They don't do the right things, the noble things. This could be somebody else that they're sleeping with. Very whorish. They wanted you gone. They got married. So there was always somebody in the background that they were dealing with in this marriage. Always a third-party situation. Horse. It could be horse. It doesn't have to be one person. It could be magic as well. Somebody's very jealous and... Anyways, ending this cycle here. False contracts, ending a third-party situation. You're not giving in to them. They can't build off of you or your energy or your money. You're keeping the home. You're stable and secure. Yeah. You got married to this person under false pretenses. This is a home deed, contract, or taxes. You got left with the taxes for the home. Or you could be stuck to a contract. It could be a mortgage or a rental. This is betrayal. This is very toxic and karmic. You got into this relationship so they can build off of you, get contracts off of you, or have you pay off their debts. Somebody has addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. This is a betrayal. Harsh and painful. And for whoever this is, it's over. You're the Phoenix rising. You are rising again. They could have wanted you gone, tried to unalive you. If so, then they're going to jail. You're being protected. If they are trying to unalive you, I can really understand why Archangel Michael stepped in. But not always. I mean, he steps in all the time. Whether your life's in danger or not, sometimes you call on him, he's right there. Okay? And how can he be at multiple places all at once? Well, it's Archangel Michael, you know what I'm saying? He's all over the place. There's no such thing as time. Ask him how he can do that. The truth and clarity, this is triumphant success, okay? You are co-creating with the divine. You're manifesting. The truth is here. You know the truth. They can't unalive you. Maybe they claim they unalived you. I don't know. Something doesn't want to change. This is resistant to change. A permanent, profound ending. They kept doing something over and over and over again, and they didn't want to change. They can't change. Oh, they can't change paperwork. They can't. Okay, so maybe one of their hoe bags wanted to pretend to be you or something like that, or change the names on a life insurance or a deed or something. You uncovered the truth. Uncovered evidence will change your view on things. Bad influence. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. Beginnings here. Try again. New direction. Start over. Yeah, you're not starting over. You know that third party's still hanging in the background. If it's not a particular person, it is a type of person. Okay? Somebody that gets paid for, making people happy. Sexually. Yeah. You're nourishing yourself right now. You're giving yourself love. This is a new beginning for you. Self-growth, self-focus, soul-finding. Archangel Michael's aiding in that. He's protecting you. Also, the divine has stepped in here. Prevented from harm, protection, divine intervention. You put up some boundaries, or the angels have, or the divine has, okay? Or you have. All of you are making sure, manning these boundaries. Congratulations. Disrespectful enough is enough, and defend yourself. And defend you are. Okay, you're defended. Keep defending yourself. You have every right to. These people are scum. Or this person's scum anyways. Like maybe they're getting other third parties involved that don't know you. I don't know. I'm not making excuses for them, but they should mind their own business. Okay? They're on the take. Everybody's on the take. It seems like everybody's on the fucking take nowadays. It's disgusting. How are we ending this with the collective? Thank you. Loss. They wanted to... This is a cemetery. Major phase in your life is ending. Embrace the new. So it feels like it's a major loss for you. Okay? Because you put your heart and soul into a relationship. I get it. And you find out the truth. It's really painful. I get it. But this, they were hoping to say goodbye to you in a cemetery. Okay, let go of the past to focus your energy on what lies ahead. The grief of loss is still standing in the way of your progress. You might be a widow or a widower from your past, and they played you. They could have saw the obits and found out that you were single, waited a couple of months and hit upon you. I don't know. This could be a mechanic. You're a mechanic. You could own a garage. Mend what needs mending, or somebody wants to mend something. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Or maybe you're on the mend physically here. Consider a career as a mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You can fix your finances easily, but some sacrifices may be required. So they got you in a position where it's going to take a little while to fix, but you shall. Okay, you will. Overworked, maybe you are. Maybe you're sick. It's making you sick. You got to put yourself first, okay? I do know, and it's not for everybody, okay? Because I'm not an expert in this. Call your bank. Some banks, some financial institutions will work with you, okay? Don't be afraid. Go to them, say what's happened. What can you do for me? What can I do here? Maybe they'll work with you, give you more time, grace time or something like that, or drop the interest, or they want to get paid, right? Overworked. Too many expectations on you. Long hours. No compensation. Negotiate a raise and get help. Get the help that you need. Okay? Oh, sorry, hold on. Sorry about that. I was just browning the top. Now it's cooling down before I can eat it. Anyhow, you're going to be taking some action here. Whatever your question is, this is telling you to go for it. Stop procrastinating and take the next step to move towards to move forward. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. Maybe you were taking it slow, or there's been something slowing down or something like that. You're making slow progress, but you're getting there. Okay, so take some action. Even if it's going to take you a little longer to pay these bills off or something like that, at least you're going to get it done. You're making slow progress, but you're getting there. Remember, slow and steady work leads to sustainable success. Stop putting things off for later. It's time to act now. So if you need to renegotiate some credit cards or your mortgage, or I don't know what you need to do. I'm not a financial expert, so please find people who can help you and guide you. Or if you're sick and you're unable to work, reach out to the people who might be able to give you some answers or help you. You might need to downsize or move or whatever. It's not the end of the world. I know that for a fact. I moved to this city from a different city because I was ill, and it was cheaper to live here. And also my sister lived in this city, and I thought I'd have some emotional support. Well, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? But we're always where we're supposed to be at any given time. I had to basically give up a lot for a while until I can get, get myself back on my feet somewhat. I'm still sick, but I'm able to manage it a lot better than I did in the beginning because nobody was giving me answers. Everybody's different, blah, blah, blah. I was scared. Nobody was answering my questions. Even the doctors didn't want to give me a firm diagnosis in the beginning. They were hemming and hawing one test after another, using up all my insurance. Once the insurance was done, I was left on my own. I couldn't afford the proper medications that I needed to there's no cure, but for treatment to make my life more easier, where I can go back to work. I needed basically chemo, low-grade chemo, and that's very expensive. If you don't have cancer, it's not covered here where I live. If I had cancer, yeah, I'd be covered. But since I don't have cancer, I have an autoimmune disease. It's a form of arthritis. They don't give it out. It's not free. It's not cheap. I can't afford it. Yeah, you faced a lot of misfortune here. Bills or expenses piling up, layoffs. So I'm on it. Fired, demoted, job change, less spending. There could be some parent. You might have some children at home yet again still, or you have a child or children with this person. This is also healing your inner child as well. Can unlock the path to financial abundance. Careers like caregiver, teacher, or pediatrician focus on helping children. Remember to nurture yourself as you work towards your goals. Oh, luck is on your side. Okay? Luck is on your side. That reminds me. So there's something that you loved doing as a child or loved listening or reading about or listening to or watching movies about or documentaries that really piqued your interest. Something you were good at maybe or meant to do. This little break here is going to allow you to get back into that. Whatever it is, it might be something to do with children. Maybe you're going to open up a daycare, a nursery or something, or go get your license for it. I don't know. This is weird. But luck is on your side. You could be Irish as well. You want to help children, maybe. Maybe you are a pediatrician. Somebody was taking the piss out of you. That's all I can say. Okay? They thought they can take advantage of you. Bye. But you're going to find your niche. You're going to find where you need to go. And when you're doing stuff that you're passionate about, that you're meant to do, this is like... Did you ever have a passion for something? I'm not talking about partying or schmecks, but a passion for something that you start doing it, you love it so much, hours go by, you don't realize it, and you can't wait to get back to it, you go to bed thinking about it. That's a passion. You might want to expand on that. You might want to see how you can monetize that, turn that into a career and or a non-profit if that's what it is. Okay, not always is it about money. Sometimes it's about putting your heart into something and helping others, right? But whatever this is, you're going to find your niche, what you belong doing. You're healing. You're healing more ways than one here. It's a journey. This is fated. You walk through that fire and you're cleansed now, okay? You're purified. You've earned your wings in heaven. Journey. So this is fated. Destiny. Experience, choice, travel, and movement. So you're making some movement here. You could go on a journey. Who knows? You're a rich lady or you're dealing with one. 12. They wanted to sacrifice you. 12. Or you're overcoming. Somebody's going to be arrested here, or they already have. Rich lady, beauty, enchantment, lucky life, and harmony. You're this main female here too. High priestess. Or you're dealing with one if you're a male. This is a lot of intuition, not saying much, but you know. It's a deep knowing. Main significator, this is you. Or this is your lover. And somebody wanted to be a rich lord off of your ending here. 13. Idealism, ambitions, business, favorable luck. Yeah, they had somebody else on their side or some They're into streetwalkers or something, okay? 4, this is Emperor. They wanted to be Mr. Bigwig. And I'm saying Mr. It could be Ms. too. This could be your grandfather or a father figure that's watching over you. There's a meeting here. Romance, friendship, good luck, and harmony. And it's a lot of lies here. A lot of illusions, moonlight. Enlightenment, truth, and femininity, and divine power is coming forth. It's a third-party situation. Lovers. Sexuality, relationships, fertility. Somebody could have gotten pregnant here. And they're expecting. Wow. To get money off of you, this male. Main significator for man or lover. Occupation, labor of love, hobby, profession. So this is a profession. They hit upon people with money. This is righting some wrongs. 38 is 11 in tarot. Bring back balance to a situation. This is karma. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Keep going. You sound like a very wonderful person. I love you guys. And until next time, take care.